this is the earth. Earth is in oval in shape, and we have sun. Say this is sun. So sun, here earth does not face sun directly. It is tilted at angle of around 22.5 degree, say similar to almost 23 degree पे earth is tilted, so that much amount of insolation falls on the earth surface. तो जहाँ पे अलग अलग varied amount में sunlight falls on the earth surface, and that is how the temperature varies according to the latitude. It is obviously a concept of geography, you must be aware of that. But so this is the, so here's the deal. Different latitudes, and since different latitudes get different amount of insolation from the sun, that is why they have different temperature. And see, earth has been constantly evolving from over the billions of years. So different species, matlab there is different species which can exist in certain amount of a certain condition. So for example, camel can live in deserts because it has a low requirement of water on day-to-day basis, because it has its storage capacity, and then it uses eventually. But cow, so these have their daily requirement of water, and they cannot live in deserts as easily as camel. That is this is because species have evolved themselves according to the conditions. So there is also a different video will be coming onto that thing, but that is the case that different species live in different kind of environments. So that is called adaptation, and various species uh, adapt to the various temperature situations, and that is how adaptation, the concept of adaptation comes into place. And say uh, and these two terms become very important from the preliminary examination point of view, maybe civil services or maybe state services examinations. So if there is eurythermal, then there is a wide range of temperature a species can tolerate. If a certain species is said to be eurythermal, then a it can tolerate a wide range of temperature. मतलब ज़्यादा भी change हुआ तो भी it can manage. But there is another kind of species which is stenothermal. Stenothermal मतलब जो narrow जो range होगा temperature का, that means that if the temperature varies too much, then the species cannot maybe be comfortable in that kind of temperature zones. So that is why it is it either it adapts or it leaves the that particular place. So that is how the adaptation and various evolution take place, and that is how temperature plays a very important role in the ecosystem. Also temperature also is important in making the biome different kind of biomes. Okay, so moving on to the next one. The next one is moisture, matlab water. So this one is fairly simple. In the geography, you must have come across a concept of how there are certain places which are favorable for deserts and certain places are favorable for evergreen forests. Then all that is because of moisture. So when the when the wind moves over the seas and it takes up moisture, तो जो सबसे पहले whenever they see a land and there most amount of precipitation occurs there, सबसे ज़्यादा बारिश वहाँ पे होती है जहाँ पे land is first, मतलब सबसे पहले जहाँ पे land दिखेगी वहाँ पे सबसे पहले बारिश होगी, because of temperature conditions. The temperature and pressure conditions will be suitable, तो यहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा precipitation होगा, and अब आगे जाके थोड़ा कम precipitation होगा और थोड़ा कम बारिश होगा. So that is how as the moisture, as the clouds and the wind moves on, so there is difference in the amount of moisture, मतलब amount of precipitation, मतलब बारिश कम कम होती जाएगी. And that is how the vegetation, the concept of vegetation and various vegetations, we'll see those in the upcoming videos, which is evergreen forests and the uh, savanna. We have temperate. So these are these are some of the examples of the different vegetations, and moisture plays a great role in deciding what kind of vegetation will exist. So that is the role of moisture, and thus moisture is also one of the limiting factor. So these are the various limiting factors. And the another one is soil. So soil ka we'll see pH of soil and water level in the soil are these two are the most important factors about a soil. Now we have this thing, you have to keep it in mind, that size of soil impacts its nature. If the size of the soil is greater, then its air holding capacity will be greater, because size and air holding capacity of soil is directly proportional. So whenever the size of soil is greater, then its air holding capacity will be greater. And also the another equation, that size is inversely proportional to the water holding capacity. So this is the thing. We can, if you are aware about the geography concept, the bhabar and tarai, see, bhabar mein rocks are of greater size, and that is why the water cannot be stored, yeah, or water cannot be held by the bigger rocks, because as per this equation, जितना बड़ा rock होगा उतना कम उसका water holding capacity होगा. Bigger the rock, lesser will be the water holding capacity. So जो भाबर rocks होते हैं, they are greater in size, and that is why उसका water holding capacity is least, and that is why water flows under the भाबर, under the rocks, and that area is said to be भाबर. And जहाँ पे smaller rocks होते हैं, soil होता है, smaller particles of rocks which is soil, so that area is tarai. And tarai is, as we all know, if you have a decent knowledge of geography, you must know that tarai is a place where water is present in a decent amount, and their agriculture is a prominent occupation. So इसी वजह से, because water holding capacity और size का एक inversely proportional relation है, so that is how soil is also. And some kind of crops grow in a higher pH value, some kind of crops grow in lower pH value. And another concept which I am telling you, you have to remember for the preliminary examinations, is Hollard is the total water holding capacity, and which is it is equal to crescent plus acard. And crescent is the available water in the soil, and acard is the unavailable water in the soil. That means the vacancy, or the total amount which it can hold, which is remaining. So that is, this is important from your preliminary examination point of view. So that is how and that is all we have covered about the abiotic components, and that will be all with respect to the abiotic components. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for further lectures. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.